Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB, which is on their own channel now. Make sure you go follow the ATB YouTube channel, and give me 1 second to shut the studio door here so I'm not screaming to everybody else. Give me 1 second here, guys. Bing bong. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. I don't know what happened to that second intro, but we're rolling with it. We're rolling with the punches today, guys. It's Monday. We're just getting our bearings here. And Bitcoin kind of didn't do too much over the weekend, which is kind of nice to be able to, when you get that crazy price action and then you get a weekend, it just kind of chills out. You don't have to freak out or, set emergency take profits or what have you. So Bitcoin basically just chilled out at the levels we were looking at on Friday, which, again, is not the worst case. But we are up against very, very key resistance. So I'm going to be talking to you guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about if I think we're going to crack this level of resistance, because it is a very, very important level. We do have some serious levels we do not want to break below us. And there is one more target to the upside that I am a little iffy about potentially coming up and hitting potentially tomorrow morning. As you guys know, the stock market was closed today for the holiday. So we really kind of saw a pretty boring day. We kind of just bing-bonged around. For anybody in the Discord, you will know we were kind of talking about, I was expecting either a potential small break to the upside or just some continued sideways movement at these levels. And basically that's what we saw. We kind of saw a little bit of a move up, kind of a sideways, just basically sideways consolidation. But we're going to be taking a look at the key levels, guys. We're taking a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to be taking a look at those altcoins. And I'm going to kind of give you guys my thoughts on if I think we're ready to cool off or if we're going to get one more move to the upside, where I'm looking to add to my long, where I'm looking for shorts, and all that saucy stuff. We're going to be checking in on my long trade for anybody who was tuned in to Friday's stream, which shout out to anybody that was there on Friday. Absolutely amazing stream. That was one of the most fun streams we've had in quite some time. It was the 1-year anniversary of this channel, and we had a really good time. All the OGs were there. We gave a bunch of stuff away. Super dope. So shout out to the CandleMafia. But you guys will know, during that stream, we were showing my long trade, and then something happened. It like glitched out. It said that the position was closed. I just wanted to take profit. I thought I clicked the wrong button. I didn't know what was going on, but as soon as we got off the stream, I did a little digging. I refreshed everything, closed Chrome, opened it back up, went back to the website, and we are still in that trade, guys. I didn't close it out. Thank God. It was some kind of weird glitch, so we are still in that long trade. So we're going to touch on that in a minute. Don't forget, guys, check out BitGet if you guys want to long or short your favorite coins, whether it's Bitcoin or an altcoin. They have a ton of altcoin options and 0 fees on spot trading pairs. If you guys want to sign up, you can check the link in the description down below. I'm sure the mods will drop it in here. So if you want to trade alongside the CandleMafia, go ahead and click that link or go to their website. You don't have to use our links. This is a free country, but you will help support the channel and help us keep this neon sign on, which would be a great help because this wouldn't look as good without the neon sign on. But with all that being said, guys, we're going to be taking a look at all the juicy price action. So let's go ahead and check on chat before we jump into the charts here, because we do have some really good stuff to look at. Let's see. Oh, my God. I'm like choking on myself here, guys. All right, who do we got in here? We got Jessica, as always. Shout out to Jessica. She is like the poster child of the women in the CandleMafia. She shows face every single day, repping the female CandleMafia members. Let's go. Shout out to Jessica. I appreciate you for being here. We got Bob Sheep. Frankie, I love your positive vibes. Bob Sheep, I appreciate your positive vibes. Shout out to you, bro. We got Brad Guidell. What is going on, man? He said the gas station is called Quick Trip. Shout out to Brad Guidell. We love Brad, and I also like Quick Trip a lot. Lots of options at that gas station. I mean, it ain't no 7-Eleven, let me tell you. New York's got the 7-Elevens. We don't got those down here in ATL, but we got Quick Trips. Shout out to Brad Guidell. Let's see, we got Seek and Hunt. What is going on? We going straight up. We go straight up is manipulation, my friend. Yeah, could be. Definitely could be. Seems like a bunch of short squeezes, in my opinion. But definitely could be manipulation. Shout out to Bala. Let's go, CandleMafia. Shout out to Bala. NBF Forum. Good to see you. What is going on with those candle emojis? Shout out to you. I Music in the house with the candle emoji. Let's go, guys. Shout out to our mods. Rob the Crypto Snob. Crypto Billy. I'm going to start shouting out the ones that are here because we got a lot. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Crypto Billy. Crypto Anon. And Tyler Durden and Rob the Crypto Snob. I believe that's who we got in here right now. But let's see. Let's get a few more people in here. We got Indiana Candles. What is going on? Shout out, playa. Tripled my account. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Hello? Indiana. Yeah. Congrats on the gains, bro. Congrats on the gains. Shout out to Indiana Candles. We're just going to start the stream off. Throw in the money, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. We got G Life. What is going on? We got Nico, Dustin. I see you, Crypto Billy. Let's go. Curtis Neal. Let's see. Kimo Sabi, what is going on? Glenn, Crypto Anon, I see you. Fahid, Bullish on Parade, and Walking Dead X. Shout out to Tucker and John Wick in the chat. Low volume gaps for the win. Let's go. Shout out to John Wick. As you guys know, we're going to take a look at some of the volume gaps we've been watching here recently. They play out, guys. They play out like crazy, and we'll take a look at them. And kind of, guys, we are actually knocking on the door to another low volume gap. You'll know that right before this exclusive move to the upside, we were eyeballing this gap, and then we came through and we filled that entire gap super quick. and we may be setting up for a very similar move. So we're going to be taking a look at those next levels that we need to break out of in order to see a massive teleportation to higher prices. Wink, wink, potentially 28 to 30K if things remain bullish. But we're going to be taking a look at the bull case and the bear case because, guys, I hate to tell you, nobody knows if this thing is going up or down. Are we going to rip up to 30K? Definitely in the cards. It is also the technical breakout target of the falling wedge. We're going to be taking a look at that as well. There are many, many macro indicators that we could continue to the upside. So we're going to check out the bull case, and then we're going to take a look at the bear case because it can't all be sunshine and rainbows all the time. Frankie Candle's got to come in here and show those bear claws once in a while. But obviously, guys, it has been pretty positive in the markets lately, which is very, very nice to see. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and pull up TradingView real quick so we don't share all our seed phrases. And let's go ahead and jump into the charts. And here we are on the Bitcoin 4-hour. As you guys can see, the most important level. I'm just kidding, guys. We're not just going to jump right into it like that. You guys know we're going to turn off that TA and start off on those higher time frames. And again, I am only going to cover these higher time frames briefly because we do cover them very often. But it is a new week. It is worth it to take a look at the weekly. We are printing new candles. So I am going to spend a little bit of time here on those higher time frames. And actually, I think what I'm going to do here, guys, is I think I'm going to start off by looking at this falling wedge. So let's go ahead and I guess let's unhide our TA so I can pull up a clean chart for you guys. Let's see. Okay. I guess we'll just take a look at this chart. But as you guys know, we do have this falling wedge. God, I really don't want to delete any of this. Let's see. I got a clear chart here somewhere. Okay, I guess we could clear this one. But here we go. Let me go ahead and hide everything we have on here right now. Just hide this and this. And boom. So we do have some pretty big things here, guys. For the bulls, number one, on the daily time frame, guys, we have cracked that 200-day moving average, which is a pretty big deal in my opinion. As you can see, we lost this all the way back in January of 2020. Or 2022 or December of 2021, lost that 200-day moving average, and we've been stuck below it ever since. And this is the first time we've cracked above this level. I mean, might as well just put an actual time limit on it. This is the first time we've cracked this level in almost a year. Right, so 376 days, and we finally have popped over that 200-day moving average. If we could hold above this, guys, it would be very, very bullish in my opinion. However, it does look like we are quite a bit overbought here, so likely we will cool off. But as long as we can hold above that 200-day moving average, I will remain pretty bullish in the medium to long term. Obviously, we are going to talk about some other really, really key levels that we need to hold. But with that being said, taking a look at the weekly, kind of zooming out here, obviously, let me get out of this. I don't want to look at the BLX anymore. But as you can see here on the weekly, that VWAP is massively high up here. Starting to roll over here. Way too soon to see if this is going to roll over. But we are continuing to the upside here on the weekly. It does look pretty good. May be worth it to notice this fair value gap being brought up by Lux Algo Premium. This fair value gap up here at about 26.4K. May be a place where we may be visiting very, very soon. Not only is there a fair value gap there, but there is also a massive falling wedge pattern here that is starting to break out with a measured technical target in that area. We're going to be taking a look at that in just a second. But weekly is looking good. 6-day VWAP flying to the upside. 5-day money flow not looking, I mean, money flow kind of just VWAP starting to roll back over. Are we going to get some red candles here? It's funny, guys. We're in a bear market for so long. We can't get a green day, and now we can't get, now we're just flying to the upside with almost nothing stopping us. So it's just pretty funny how sentiment can change so quickly. Also pretty funny. Now everybody's saying the bottom is in after you get this massive pump. Now, I'm not saying the bottom is not in, but it is just funny how everybody screams for lower lows, and you get a little bit of positivity in the market, and then boom, that's it. Bottom's in. Everybody's on the train. Bottom's in. It's over. But is it possible that the bottom's in? Absolutely. You guys know where I stand on that. Again, that weekly bull div, if this winds up being the bottom, that would be a pretty nice call on the CandleMafia's part. We were looking at this weekly bull div saying it might be a decent way to put in a bottom for the bear market, but don't be fooled, guys. The couple of green candles here on the higher time frames does not mean that the bottom is 100% in. But the higher we go, the more and more likely it is, in my opinion. We also have a bunch of other things that are indicating that the bottom may be in, but also, let's not forget that we have that monthly green dot now flashing on the Heikin-Ashi candles. Now, I will go ahead and preface this with the money flow looks horrible. This money flow on the monthly does look pretty bad, but that green dot, every other time we've got one of these green dots on the monthly, guys, the bottom was already in. We got our last green dot on the monthly on the bottom of the zero line here in April of 2019 after the bottom came in December. And then all the way back here, we got a green dot right here in July of 2015. The bottom came in January. So you can see almost every time we've gotten these monthly green dots, the bottom was already in. So not impossible for the bottom to be in here, guys, at all. But again, you want to be very, very cautious. We want to be prepared in either direction. We want to be prepared if the bull market's back on, we are prepared. And if we're going to come lower, we're going to be prepared in either direction because we can make money whether the price is going up or down. Just wanted to bring that up. Monthly green dot is still flashing. 2-week VWAP is coming to the upside. Good news here on the 2-week is you guys will know that money flow crossover into the red was something giving us a little bit more of a bearish narrative, but we are now flipping back into the green, so that is somewhat of a positive sign. Obviously, weekly bull div still continuing to play out in a massive way, although it was did take like 7 weeks. It made me look crazy for like 7 weeks, and then finally it plays out. I swear sometimes someone watches my channel and goes, no. He said it was going up. He said it was going up. Don't invalidate his call, but just make the people think he's crazy for a few weeks and then let it rip. But either way, weekly is still coming up here. Taking a look at our daily again. We are printing that red dot on the daily, guys. This is something we've kind of been waiting for to see if we could hit a local top and cool off a bit here. So we are now getting that daily red dot. Now, it is, with the momentum wave in the extremely overbought condition here, plus the red dot, I mean, I'm going to say it, guys. We got to correct at some point. This would be a decent chance to do it because not only do we have the red dot on the daily, if you check the BitLab indicators, we are starting to get a bunch of bearish divergences here on the daily as well as this red significant movement wave, letting us know that we may be getting close to a top. I know this indicator has been going absolutely nuts on some of these lower or higher hourly time frames. I mean, this is a massive, massive top signal here on the 12-hour and the 10-hour, even worse. But guys, when Bitcoin likes to go crazy, sometimes it just loses its mind. But starting to get some signals here that it might be time to cool off a little bit. Like I said, the stock market was closed today. Tomorrow, we may get a crazy day or a crazy morning when the market's open. Kind of all that volatility that was saved today may move over to tomorrow. But that daily red dot is something I'm keeping my eye on. And you guys just want to realize as well, those bearish signals, which that daily red dot technically would be, have not been playing out like they typically do. But again, all these green candles, some kind of correction needs to come in here at some point. Taking a look now at the shorter term and kind of more like what we've been talking about on the morning stream and in the Discord here, 4 and 5 hour green dots printing. Now, yesterday in that premium Discord, I was letting the CandleMafia know that obviously we are coming up to a key level of resistance here, or we tapped a key level of resistance. This is a local golden pocket. I will pull up a different chart that actually has the golden pocket on in a second. But with that being said, we are coming up to test this level. I was expecting, it was looking like bullish consolidation at the time of posting in the Discord. So we were expecting a slight break to the upside potentially. I think it was, somewhere in this kind of condition here. And we did get a little fake break to the upside, then a crash down. Now we're getting another move to the upside. And with that 4 hour and 5 hour green dot, we could continue to push a little bit higher here. And I'm going to give you guys those key levels that I'm watching for a real rejection if we do get a second push up. But your 4 hour... The 4 hour money flow is continuing to come up here. Earlier we were just still curving up, and it's like, how high is this thing going to go? It is currently sitting at about 62 on the Market Cipher B chart. Coming on down to that 2 hour, it is just basically flat here. It's not really coming out, but the money flow is flat. On the 1 hour, we were coming down and still are generally coming down, but it is starting to come back up locally here. So it's just something to keep an eye on. You can see we did come up and tap that level almost perfectly for that second test. And then coming down to the lower time frames, money flow kind of flat on that 10-minute. Your 12-minute kind of, just really indecisive money flow here, which is pretty typical, right? That you're just going to see kind of some consolidation here. So basically what we were expecting last night all the way back here, just kind of expecting some consolidation and a potential small break to the upside. Let me go ahead and delete these lines. Actually, no, we'll just pull up this next chart here. Where is it? I think it's over here. Boom. Yeah, I believe this is it. So with that being said, guys, you can see here that this is that local golden pocket that we are coming up to test. So where are we looking for a second break to the upside? If we do push up again, some of the levels that I will be watching here are going to be I got to reorganize these charts. I got to find what charts I have my spider lines on. It's all over the place, guys. There's some spider lines. Okay, so I do just want to show you guys, we do have an actual spider line coming in at about 12, not 12, why am I saying 12? We do have a spider line coming in at about $23,000. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Bada boom. Okay, so what is this, 21? No, this is not what we want, guys. This is not what we want. Is it these? Thought it was this. Is this 23? Oh, there you go. There it is. Okay, I just didn't see it before. So basically what we're looking for here, guys, is if we do get a continuation to the upside with that 4-hour green dot, with that 5-hour green dot, and if we do get that second push, the next likely place to look, obviously, would be that 786, which comes in right here, and you do have that confluence of that spider line coming in at about 23K. Now, these are not our typical spider lines. You may be looking at your chart going like, hey, I don't have a spider line at that spot. That's because these spider lines are different than the ones that I typically use, guys. I'm experimenting with these spider lines. They are drawn from a different area, but they are very, 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 very strong, right? They're just, it brings levels up in a different spot, it brings levels up in different areas that the other spider lines don't hit, but they are definitely very, 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 very respected. You can see held support there, very respected levels here, but I am testing them, so I'm not going to bring them out and show you guys how to do it just yet, but you can see they are very, very respected, and if we do get a break up there, we do have some confluence between that 786 and that spider line. So if we do get a break to these higher levels, it would give us an opportunity to potentially put in some bearish divergence on the 4-hour and maybe even the 2-hour. That would be a decent area to start looking for some shorts. However, if we do wind up actually just coming down from where we are right now, there is something else I am looking for. Now, if we do, I guess whether we come up for a second push up here or if we just reject from this level, because, guys, this local golden pocket is also very, very, very strong. So not impossible to get a rejection from here, but again, I don't really expect anything major to happen until either, right after we get off the stream, Asia opens and usually gives us some volatility. But if nothing really happens at that point, I really wouldn't expect anything crazy to happen until tomorrow's New York Open. Again, with the stock market being closed today, I would expect a little bit more volatility when that market opens tomorrow. No one's really trading the stock market today, obviously. So we may get some added volatility, and then that's kind of where I would expect another big push to the upside or a big dump to the downside. Now, again, if we push to the upside, the level we're going to watch here is about between 23,150 and about 23K, that confluence between the 786 and that spider line. But what if we come down from here? What if we get something, like this, and we just wind up coming down? You are technically going to put in some, if you print another red dot here on Market Cipher B, you will be putting in some bearish divergence as you have your higher highs into resistance with your lower highs on your momentum waves or your RSI, whatever indicator you're using. But if we do wind up coming down from here, some of the major levels I will be looking at, I am going to watch this level at about 20,250. If we lose that, the next major levels I look for some support are right here between, we have kind of a plethora of stuff here. We have this spider line coming in at 19,500 or 19,469. Again, $20,000 is going to be a likely strong level of support because of that psychological even number of 20,000. So that is a number to watch. Even 20K, if we lose that, I would look down to the spider line at about 19 for or between about 19.5 and at the bottom of this blue box, which is our value area low of our previous range. As you guys know, that was a very, very key level we were looking to flip. You can see it is the value area low of this previous range that we traded in. Let me hide all our indicators here. Actually, let me just pull up 0 indicators. There we go. So as you guys know, that value area low is the value area low of our previous trading range right here, and that level comes in right here at about $18,772. So if we can come down, this is really the major level of support that I would be watching is really this blue box. You have the spider line right here, but this blue box is between the point of control and the value area low of this previous trading range. And as long as we could stay above those levels, I would expect potential to potentially remain bullish, right? And then if we start losing this value area low, the most I am willing to endure as far as a move to the downside with also expecting, with still calling it a healthy correction, the most pain I'm willing to endure is essentially this blue box right here, which is coming in between about 18,380 and about 18,200. Now, that gets us very close to testing the previous value area high of our range down here that we were trading in before we actually broke out. The actual high of this volume profile comes in at about 17.3. So technically, if we come down, I would love to see either a bounce off that spider line or a bounce off this blue box before coming up to make higher highs. If we cannot do that and we wind up breaking down and we break past this blue box here at about 18,200, I would expect a pretty quick move down further to some lower prices here. Let's pull up our VPVR and just see where the volume is. Because the reason I say that, guys, is let me hide these lines one more time and now pull up that VPVR. Once we start to lose this value area low, guys, this is where the volume drops off significantly. You can see that big volume gap. If we break below this level, I am going to start feeling pretty bearish. And once we break this blue box, I am essentially expecting more likely to come down into the 16,000s, which basically will bring us all the way back down into this previous range that we were trading in, which would completely negate all the gains we just made and would, as a result, basically render this pump a complete scam. But I will say this. There is definitely, I am feeling pretty good about coming to the upside as long as we don't lose this value area low. Once we lose that value area low, I start to get a little sketched out. I'm like, okay, that's not good, right? But we could stick on top of this level before moving back up. It's really not until we crack this blue box that I really am starting to feel pretty bearish and thinking that that pump may have been a little bit of a scam pump. But the fact that we're above that 200-day moving average, the fact that we have the weekly bullish divergence, the fact that we have the the monthly green dot, the fact that we're seeing that falling wedge starting to break out and starting to show its face and play out like we expect it to, the fact that those higher time frames, those higher daily time frames are starting to play out, I do think that we could potentially see this pump continue. And now you guys know the absolute line in the sand where I am essentially going to flip bearish. And really, I start to get it's really that value area low at 18,772. I'm probably going to set an alert here. If we break that level, I really am going to start looking for more downside. But we do have a plenty of support in between that we could potentially hold. So now you guys know basically where I am looking to the upside to get some serious resistance, which would be in this area right here. And now if we come to the downside, I'd love to see a bounce off that, between 20 and 18.5. I would love to see a bounce in between that area. And again, short-term cool-off looking likely. Things are starting to potentially cool off here on the lower time frames with that 4-hour, with that daily red dot. Could see a small move to the downside. But as far as the long-term goes, guys, it still does look good until we break those levels we just spoke about. Now, speaking of that falling wedge, this is something I shared in the premium Discord a while ago. I guess, well, you could kind of see where we were. We were sitting at about 17,100, and I was showing this falling wedge formation happening at a very key level of support, saying, Hey guys, like listen, this is a macro reversal pattern. This is a falling wedge on the weekly time frame. If we get this, or I guess this isn't the weekly. I don't know what time frame this is. I can't really see. I think this might be the daily. But falling wedge on a higher time frame like that with a technical breakout target of this level right here, this golden pocket, which is coming in at about $26,000, with the 786 coming in at about $28,000, which you guys know is basically going to be likely that next step up that we could get if we break into our next low volume gap, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But real quick, I do just kind of want to show this, right? The technical breakout target is at, gets you up. That 786 gets you up to about 2830K. The technical target brings you up to about 26K. And just remember those numbers, 28, 26K, right? Technical breakout of that falling wedge. We're looking for confluence, right? So not only is the technical breakout target of that falling wedge about 26K, but it brings you right to that local golden pocket. It brings you right to this golden pocket, and it would give us about a 46% pump from this price down here. Now, when we bring the chart back up, the reason I tell you to remember those prices is because if we take a look here, hide this and just zoom in or zoom out and pull up the VPVR. Bada boom. There we go. Now, you guys will remember if you watch the channel, you will know that we were obviously basically where I took that screenshot for the premium Discord at about 17,156. If we zoom in just a little bit and move around a little bit, and go ahead and hide that TA. 17, basically down here, right? Before the massive breakout. Now, we were expecting an explosive move to the upside if we could get past very specific levels around 17.3. We were saying if we can get past 17.3, we are likely to see a very, very quick, violent move up to about 19.1, between about 19.1 and 19.2. And that is essentially what happened. We broke into this low volume gap and absolutely ripped to this POC, which was the POC of our previous range that we just talked about 5 minutes ago. We came right up there and then continued to rip to our next targets, which were the value area high of that previous range, which is right where we're sitting right now. You guys will remember, we said first stop, POC of the previous range at about 19.160, about 19.160, 19.2. We got right there, and then if we can get above those levels, guys, we could shoot potentially. Our next likely stop will be the value area high of that range, which was coming in at about 20,700, 20,800. This was another level that we were repeating in the Discord, 20.7K, and we get that rip right up to that value area high, and now we are getting a big stall out right here because we have that plethora of resistance that we were just looking at. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, the reason I bring this low volume gap up, the reason I bring this value area high up is because if you zoom out, you'll notice that we are approaching another decently low volume gap, right? You obviously have a little spike right here between about 22,000, 22.3K and about 24K. You do have a little bit of volume there, maybe even up to 25K. A little bit of a spike in volume there, but for the most part, not too much between where we're at right now and about, coincidentally, 28K. That same level I told you guys to remember from this picture, right? 26 to 28K is not only the technical breakout, but you have the golden pocket, the 786, and not only that, you have that low volume gap that will 100% assist you. I shouldn't say 100%, but should be able to assist you if you could get above this level up here between 23 and 25K. You may shoot right up and get a violent teleportation up to that previous area consolidation between about 28,000 and 26,000. And that is what you call confluence, guys. We have a lot of confluence pointing to that upside target of about 26 to 28K. Now, this doesn't mean 100x long. We're going to 28K. We're going to 30K. We're going to 40K. We're going to 50K. These are potential upside targets, and there are things that need to happen for us to get there, right? Again, right now, the major roadblock we have is the resistance that we're hitting right now, right here at about, 21.5K. We've been wicking into this level, trying to break above us, but if we could break through and get up towards that, these highs that we made over here back in August at about 25K, and we could fly through those, get above this little spike in volume right here. I'll draw a box so you guys can see it a little better. If we can get above this little spike in volume, flip that to support, we could go ahead and yeet ourselves, is what they say. It's an industry term. Yeet ourselves all the way up to about 30K, right up here. So that is kind of the potential that we have out of this pump, guys, if it does continue to the upside. And now you guys not only know the upside targets, you also know why we're looking up there, right? We're not just looking up there because, there was resistance up there and that's what we're looking at, right? It's not just that. It's the golden pocket. It's the confluence between the golden pocket, the breakout of the falling wedge, the volume gap that brings you right up to those levels. You guys will know if you were watching the channel when we got this break right here, we were looking for the same thing, right? We were expecting a little bit of resistance where we rejected here because we had that wick down right here to tap this level. That's kind of what we came up to test, but we were expecting a potential break into that low volume gap to get that teleportation over to that previous area of consolidation, right? But we never got it. That's why I say nothing is ever guaranteed, right? But it did make it it was likely that we did that, but it didn't happen. Nothing plays out 100% of the time, and you want to remember that when we're looking at this, right? We could flip this to support, and then we could easily kind of bing bong around and then lose it, right? But if we can get above that low volume, that little volume spike right here, again, teleportation up to that level would be likely, right? So that is basically how I'm feeling about Bitcoin right now, guys. Again, watch those bearish divergences on the daily. They are popping up. You have MACD, histogram, RSI, and momentum bear divs on the daily time frame. Relative extrema is pretty topped out here, looking like it wants to make another move to the downside. And you are getting somewhat of a top signal here on the significant movements, as well as the red dot over here on Market Cipher. And then again, those higher daily time frames as well. VWAPs are starting to curve off. And nothing goes up forever. So even if we are going to get up to those higher targets between about 26, 28K, maybe 30K, it is likely that we would come back down before we get another move up. So, and now you guys have the exact targets, right? You have the exact levels that we're looking for, pulling up that other chart that we were just looking at. Again, making that move up to that 23,000, 23.1K area. Maybe that last little move we get to the upside, if we get one, before rejecting to the downside and potentially going back up to revisit those much, much higher targets. Teleport me to Lambo. Let's go. Shout out to Mr. McLong. I wonder if he's Mr. McLong. And then also, guys, I do, just before we jump into the rest of the show, do want to go ahead and bring up let me just make sure I'm not showing any of my feet pics here. We are still in that long train, guys. We thought we closed it out, up 391%. We thought we closed it out. I thought I accidentally closed it out when I tried to take some profit, but we are still in it, up 390%. So shout out to that long trade, and shout out to anybody that was in that. Shout out to anybody who was in the live stream last week that saw me potentially shut out my whole trade, and then I was sitting out here all bummed out with Mrs. Candles. I'm like, I can't believe I got out of that trade by accident. That's so annoying. And then all of a sudden, like refreshing the pages, closing out Chrome, reopen it, and boom, back up 300, 400 something percent. And I was like, we're back in it, babe. Let's go. We're still in the game. So we still got that. And now you guys kind of know the levels. If we do come back down to these levels here, or even potentially here, and get bullish confirmations, I will be looking to potentially add to that long position. And now you guys know kind of where I am looking for a rejection and some support. And now you guys know I'm kind of leaning a little bit bearish in the short term, meaning that we will cool off. Not bearish as in going to zero, bearish as in a short-term cool off. But as you guys know, it's the bears, I'm getting smacked. So, not looking for, if I was looking to take a big short trade, I'd rather get up into these levels. But again, very strong level of resistance right here. Let's see. Joshua says, show ETH. Let's go. Shout out to the Show ETH t-shirts. Let's see. Yeah, Drew says, so it could go down, could go up. Okay. Yeah, basically, the gist of that is it can go up, guys, but it could go down. But I likely think it will probably, next significant move will probably be a little bit down before another move up. All right, let's see. Let's see. We love you, Frankie. Shout out to A-Pearls. I see you in the chat, bro. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate you. If the monthly, Creighton C says, if the monthly confirmation confirms in 2 weeks, Takes about 45 to 50 days to play out, so about March for 30K, but could always do it faster. Yeah, very, very hard to put time limit on this stuff, guys. Definitely very, very hard to do. Shout out to the 954 people we have in the stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes on the stream tonight. If we get 1,000 likes, guys, I don't know what we're going to give away. We got fresh giveaways here. We're going to be giving away some of Ben's books, Catching Up to Crypto, for absolutely free, and I think we're going to be able to get them all signed by him. So, yeah, shout out to Crypto Billy. I think he's going to come drop them off tomorrow so we can get those books signed by Ben before he goes on the book tour so we can send them out to everybody who wins. So if you smash that like button, get us to 1,000 likes, we will be giving away more books. We will be giving away crypto as we do every single week, and we'll likely add some of these hats. I don't have any more BitGet hats, but I do have some of these. Or I do have one. I do have one of these purple and blue Frankie candles, Heikinashi candles, baseball hats, dad hats, some people call them. Maybe we'll give one of these away. Maybe we'll give one of our other Frankie Candles hats away that I don't have here. But you guys know which ones I'm talking about. But we're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. So smash that like button. Get us to 1,000 likes, and we'll spin that wheel of pain and pleasure 20 times. 1,000 likes, we're spinning it 20 times. Let's get back to the charts. Checking out Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it. I'm sorry, Ethereum. Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it, or ETH, as some of your non-crypto friends might call it. Hey, you buy any of that ETH? The Ethereum? Yeah, I have some ETH. Anyway, taking a look here, guys. Again, the reason that I don't really show ETH as often as I show some of the other altcoins is because a lot of the times, obviously, you do get deviations, but a lot of the times, guys, Ethereum just follows Bitcoin, right? So taking a look at the daily. Surprise, surprise, massively overbought on the daily, looking to print that red dot. ETH lagging behind, lagging a little bit behind Bitcoin here. But you are about to get that red dot on the daily. Money flow is just thick on the 16-hour, the 12-hour. The money flow is healthy, guys. The money flow looks healthy. That 6-hour looks like it wants to bust through this level here at about 1576. Shout out to Kendrick, says only smart people follow Frankie. Let's go. Shout out to Kendrick. I appreciate that. Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare. I see you in the chat, my man. He says everyone should be working their tukuses off to get that money for the next drop. Let's get those hodl bags filled. Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare. And yeah, guys, I know a lot of people are probably feeling FOMO. I know you're probably feeling like you missed the bottom. Just understand, guys, think about how quickly this sentiment turned bullish. Everybody was mega bearish like days ago. Mega bearish. We haven't had the pain yet. Lower lows are incoming. Now we get a couple green candles on the weekly. And oh my God, bottom's in. 100K is incoming. The bull market's back on. And again, I'm not saying that the bottom's not in. I'm just saying it's that fast shift in sentiment that you need to be careful about, because if we start dumping down, right? I'm going to go back to Bitcoin for just a second. If we start dumping, right, and we get a fast, aggressive move, say New York opens, we get a little pump to the upside, and then a massive move down to this level. In my opinion, if we get a move down to this level, we could easily get a bounce to come and make a higher low on the higher time frames like the daily. This would give us a low and then a higher low. We could even come lower than this and still put in a higher low and remain in bullish structure here. But if you get that massive move down, you're going to have people popping up. People are going to come in and be like, see, I told you guys it was a suckers rally. Bear market's not over, and then everyone's going to be calling for the lower lows again. So just want to give you guys a word of caution there. Just remember that if you're feeling like you missed out, just understand that if this thing starts dumping tomorrow, even if we go to make a higher low and remain bullish, people are still going to be, well, that's it, bear market's back. Like, just don't let the emotions get to you. Don't let the FOMO get to you. I know a lot of people who probably FOMO'd into a lot of coins right here and even right here when we started breaking resistance. I know a lot of people were probably picking up a lot of stuff in an emergency or in an urgent effort to cover themselves for missing the bottom, or at least they thought they missed the bottom. At some point, guys, we are going to retrace. And they're going to be like, God, why did I buy it up here? I should have waited for the retrace. Much easier said than done, I will say that. Guys, I feel the FOMO too. As soon as we started ripping, I'm like, oh, I don't have enough. But I didn't buy. I didn't make any decisions based off those emotions, but I did feel them. I do feel the FOMO. Oh, I should have bought more. Everyone feels those emotions. The key is not to act on them. It's okay to feel them. It's honestly, in my opinion, almost impossible to get rid of them. Even if you get them under control, you'll still feel them. The key is not to act on them. So coming back to Ethereum, guys, let me take a sip of the Aztec and Cactus Moss water real quick so I can keep this energy up for you guys because it's Monday, guys. I'm not a Monday guy. I'm not a morning guy. I'm not a Monday guy. So I apologize if the energy's low. But let me get a sip of this Aztec and Cactus. Also, today's show is not only brought to you by BitGet, but also brought to you by good old H2O. Good old bottle. All right. Continuing on here, guys. On the Ethereum chart, taking a look. Daily, massively overbought. Obviously, red dot coming in. We just covered that. Your 8-hour red dot confirmed. Things are looking very, very similar to Bitcoin. And then I'll pull some levels here for you guys in just a second. Your 4-hour is getting that green dot as well. It is confirmed. Doesn't look like it's really going to give you a moonshot, but keeping an eye on this. This could push us a little bit higher. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this blue box. But essentially looking very, very similar to Bitcoin. Obviously, on the macro, we did not get the weekly bullish divergence. Let's see. Hang on. I did see a super chat. Shout out to Benjamin Coles. Says, can we see Filecoin? We absolutely can as soon as we finish up with Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandma's calls it. But once we finish up with that, I will take a look at Filecoin. I'm sure Rob's already got it on the list. Shout out to Alex in the chat. What is going on, bro? He says, Frank is utterly fabulous. Let's go. I think you're utterly fabulous, Alex. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Enzo Mining. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Gen X. Shout out to Jackson. And then real quick, Indiana Candles says, he is absolutely right. Every time I get the fear and get out of my trade, it does exactly what I planned on from the beginning. And that is what we call, or we like to combat that with, shout out to Indiana Candles. We could combat that by doing our TA, having our trade idea, setting the stop loss, setting the take profit, and walking away. If you get stopped out, you'll catch the next one. If you hit your take profit, great, you made some money. And that way you'll know, that's the best way. A lot of times people will jump out of their trade early only to have their TA play out the way they wanted it to. So I highly recommend setting those levels, pre-setting those levels, right? Like the long trade I'm in right now, I have profit locked in. My stop loss is at my entry point, and we are up 394%. So I cannot lose that trade. If it dumps down and I get stopped out, I'm gonna make money. Right? And I have these levels set, right? If we come down to my stop loss, I'm not going to move my stop loss down because I think it's going to go back up. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. You set those levels and stick to them. It's one of the most important things you could do. But moving on, no weekly bull div on Ethereum, as you guys know, but we did get that green dot. VWAP looking very similar. Let me give you guys some levels on Ethereum. Let's go ahead and pull a golden pocket from this high right here. You can see we are testing a local golden pocket. Very, very, very similar to Bitcoin. Pulling up the VPVR, checking out where that volume is at. And as you guys know, if we actually do get, let's move down to a lower time frame here. So taking a look at this 6-hour. If we do get a second push to the upside, you guys will know we do have this golden pocket right here. If we get a second push up I don't think you're going to get a rip right up to about, I don't think you're going to get this rip up to 18K to that 786, but you could get a further push into that local golden pocket, and we may actually get if you pull a second golden pocket, you can see we do have a second golden pocket up here between about 17K and 1660. So that is another level you can watch to the upside. But really, this is kind of the nearest major level of resistance. There is a decent bit of resistance here at this local golden pocket. So if we do get rejected, another thing to realize here, very similar to Bitcoin, is we don't have to come very low to fall back into this low volume gap that we shot right up through, right? We got a quick move up through this low volume gap, so we might bing bong around. If we wind up losing this level, could get a quick move down to that 1330 range right here to retest these highs that we made right over here, right? These highs here. We could come back down to test those. Not much holding us up in between, so it could be a quick move down to that level. But continuing on here, let's go ahead and get rid of our volume profile on this end and just go ahead and actually let's go ahead and pull volume on all of this. Yeah. So you are also coming up to a value area high. So you do have a decent bit of resistance here. If you do get rejected, again, pulling up that VPVR one more time. I'm just curious to see if that gap lines up with the POC. Would you look at that? It 100% does. If we lose this level, guys, and we start, I'm going to extend this value area high, this white line. If we cannot get above this value area high and we cannot get back above it and we lose it, could be a quick move through that volume gap, right? May come up, boom, can't get through, can't get through, can't get through. Rejection, boom. Maybe you get a little push. You push up into that local golden pocket, and then you get sucked back into the value area. And then if you lose this level, likely going to be a quick move down to that 1330 range, revisiting that point of control, because you guys know once you cannot reclaim the top of the value area high and move higher, and you get rejected and get stuck underneath that value area high, the next likely spot for price to go is going to be that POC. And in this case, you have this massive volume gap assisting you on the way down there. So I would say if you lose about $1,500 is probably going to be that level where if you lose it, that's where your quick drop down to that POC at 1330 is going to wind up happening, in my opinion. Not financial advice. But there you go. Pretty big resistance ahead right here. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a cool off here. And again, pretty dangerous place to cool off because you do have that low volume gap right underneath you. What up, Candle fam? Shout out to Hope E. Shout out to Donata Cabrera. Thank you for being here. Says VRA had some crazy TA. Don't know much about it. Shout out to Donato Cabrera. Thank you for being here. Crypto Sauce in the house. What is going on, Crypto Sauce? Dot doesn't seem to have a big community, and communities is what helps it grow. I mean, you do have a good point there, Crypto Sauce. Shout out to you. I thank you for being here, man. I do appreciate you. Good points, Frankie. Good points. Shout out to Pearls. Thank you for being here, Pearls. How you doing, bro? I miss you, man. I miss you. Let's see. Listening while driving on the highways is multitasking trading seminar on wheels. Let's go. Shout out to Leroy Essel. I appreciate you for being here. Jordan Miller, what is going on, man? J-Lo, our most famous CandleMafia member in the chat. Let's get it. Guys, we have 999 people in here, almost 1,000 people. You know what that means? That means that we could easily get to 1,000 likes. So if you have not already, smash that like button because we're giving away a lot of stuff. We're giving away tons of stuff here, guys. Also, big news, our candle it's still lit right now. I can't really tip it, but it's barely, I mean, the wax is all the way down here. We burnt through 2 of our candles. I'm going to have to pick up some more candles maybe tonight so we can continue to burn these things down while we do the TA, guys. And with that being said, we just cracked 1,000 viewers. Let's go. Shout out to any of the new people. Welcome to the Frankie Candles live stream. Where we go live every single weekday at 5:45 p.m., and I show you how to make some of this sweet, we call them bagels. We make those bagels, whether the price is going up or down. You can long it, you can short it. Doesn't matter if it pumps or dumps. The CandleMafia is here to collect the bag. I don't know if any of those dollars fell in frame, but there we go. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Hit that subscribe button. Smash a like if you're just getting in here. And if you're new, welcome. Now let's go ahead. What do we got? What are we doing on time here? Shout out to Crypto Billy. Says in 2025, when those of us that just kept buying, DCAing, and trading are multimillionaires despite the pain and fear, I'm buying a candlecopter to fly to Frankie to all the meetups. Lol, LFG. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hey, Crypto Billy, you just saved me a seat and shotgun. Maybe you're piloting, or maybe we're sitting in the back. Maybe it's like a Maybach helicopter, and we're just laying back there in luxury, and I'm live. Like I'm just live in the helicopter, lounged back, and you're next to me. We got Tony D, Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Durden, all the other mods, Deep Eddie Crypto, all the other mods, Captain Kirk, Crypto Anon, chilling in the helicopter, modding, and we're just all going live in the helicopter. I can't wait, Billy. I can't wait. Shout out to you, bro. Or maybe we'll just all get our own helicopters. That'd be lit. But with that being said, guys, need a Violent Teleportation Inc. t-shirt. Shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. Shout out to you, bro. I love that. Violent Teleportation Inc. I love that. I love that. Frankie Candles LLC. Let's go. Now where did I put those documents? Shout out to Drew Barry. Let's see. Pretty sure there's Uber helicopters in Dubai. Julio, there's actually Uber helicopters in New York City. Yeah. Went to get an Uber in New York City one time, and I noticed there was a helipad, like an Uber helipad. I was like, what the heck is this? Pretty in chopper races. Let's go. Screw the drone races, guys. We're just flying full-on helicopters. All right, guys, go ahead and throw in your altcoin requests if you want to take a look at them. And while you guys do that, I need shirt about, let's go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. A-Train in the house. We got Hope E says shout out to our bad Tookus mods. Shout out to them. Shout out to you. Shout out to Leroy Essel says buy signals on a t-shirt. Maybe. Nice. H-bar. I see you. Nate, what is going on? Nate Quantum Divergent says I'm only rich if I'm your friend, bro. Well, Nate, looks like you're a multimillionaire in that case, my friend. Let's see. You need a shirt about volume gaps, but make it dirty. Oh, God. Guys, like I said, Tony D has officially moved down here. Frankie Candles LLC is going to the moon. We are going to be doing so many cool things this year, and the merch is going to be one of those big things we're working on. We're going to make some really, really cool merch. Super excited about it. All right, let's see. I see you guys popping in those altcoins. Let's get it. Bada boom, bada bing. ICP, Compound, Gallo, Reef, ICP, Algo, OP, Digibyte, H-bar. Digibyte was something I was pretty disappointed with last cycle. ICP, please, Frankie. All right, cool. I know Rob the Crypto Snob is in the Insane Clown Posse. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. Let's see. Is this a fake pump to liquidate shorts and then profit on the way down? Leroy, definitely a possibility. Please fill my volume. Somebody call the police on these people. Oh, God. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. I'm going to go ahead and swap out the BitGet hat. Guys, don't forget, if you want to sign up to trade with the Candle Mafia, you can go ahead and click the link, the BitGet link in the description down below, and get those gains with the Candle Mafia. Shout out to BitGet. Absolutely love BitGet, but I'm going to have to ditch the BitGet hat for just a second here to throw on that Frankie Candles Haikanashi candle hat. The real reason is, for some reason, this hat is super, super hot. I don't know why. I was dying in it. But shout out to BitGet. All right, let's go ahead and move on to these altcoins. I did see a lot of people calling for ICP, so let's go check out the Clown Posse. Boom, ICP. It reminds me of a joke back in elementary school where kids would run up to you and be like, spell I-cup. Haha, ICUP. Get it? I know you guys remember that joke. Let's see. Can you look at D-Race again? Yeah, we could try to take a look at D-Race. No problem. Here we go. Did you guys get the reference? The It's Time reference? The Bruce Buffer? It's Time? Let's go. Shout out to Bruce Buffer. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, I guess we're doing ICP. Let's go. All right, taking a look at the daily. Well, look at that. Your VWAP. Your momentum wave is massively overbought on ICP. Very similar to a lot of these other coins, similar to Bitcoin. Looking for that red dot here pretty soon, right? So, yeah, let's see. Your 2-day VWAP coming to the upside. 16-hour red dot confirmed, 12. I mean, the money flow is really what I'm looking at, guys. And before we had any of these pumps, you will know that we were talking about the money flow coming up on the higher time frames being the signal we were taking the most serious, right? We had some bearish divergences. We caught some scalp shorts off of those. But the money flow crossovers on those higher daily time frames was what we were looking for or looking at, expecting a big move to the upside. So the fact that all the money flow, daily money flow, is still coming up, still early. Still coming up pretty healthily. Your 2-day is starting to come up here as well. Your 3-day starting to creep up. 4-day starting to creep up. This money flow is starting to roll to the upside, so that would be a decent sign. But let me go ahead and you guys are funny. I made up that joke. Shout out to G Life. Money. Shout out to Thomas. But yeah, let's go ahead and find you some levels here on what is this called? ICP. Mrs. Candles just came in and knocked something over. I don't know what she just did. Mrs. Candles, come back. She just came in, saw my face, and ran. I don't blame her. Oh, she's coming back. You could open the door. There's just a fan there. It's okay. You're stuck. She's stuck. She's stuck, guys. You can come in. You're not stuck in the dryer, are you? She's not. I'm kidding, guys. It was a joke. It was a joke. She's just, okay. And I gross her out. She left. Dang it. Stupid. I'm never going to get a girlfriend. I mean, I have a girlfriend, guys. I swear. I have a girlfriend. She's real. I swear. I didn't make that Funko Pop for myself, guys. Anyway, taking a look here, guys, very similar situation. We are hitting up against these local golden pockets for everybody. And not only that, you can see we came down to tap this level right here. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. You can see we came down to tap this level right here at about $4.82. What is underneath this level, guys? What is underneath this level? You got that right. Massive volume. I wouldn't say massive, but, you know, you do have a decent gap down here with the volume. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a box in this level here between about this level and about this level here. Now, you do have low volume here, so if you do break into that level, if you do come down, a little bing, a little bing, a little bing, can't get back above, boom, breakdown, bearish retest, could be that teleportation down to retest these highs that we made right here, which I will put a line at, testing these levels here at about $4.40. So if you do wind up cooling off here, I would look at this level at $4.82 would be very important to hold because you have that volume gap all the way down to 440. And if you lose that 440 level, likely that you will come into that 425 level. So those are some levels to look at to the downside. I mean, realistically, even if you came down here to test that 420 level, even came down to test that, you know, $4 level even, you could come down and continue back up. Again, this high volume node right here would, I mean, you know, ideally, you would like to hold these highs right here. So these are some levels I would look at to the downside. As long as you could hold above these levels, you could potentially continue to see some further upside, potentially targeting this next higher volume node in the $6 region. So there's ICP. Again, on the indicators, it is all going to look basically the same. You don't have a green dot here on ICP right now, but your VWAP is coming in to the upside. Looking to cross over that zero line pretty soon here. Potentially a little too soon to tell, but, you know, you kind of might just consolidate, maybe come to the upside, just kind of sideways consolidation before finally, like I said, probably not until tomorrow, get a, you know, decisive break to the upside or downside. But that's the level, those are the levels I would look at to the downside to potentially look for long positions or, you know, and then if we do come up, that $6 region is going to be a likely area to stop off at. So we could put a little level there as well. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right here. Boom. So there you go, guys. That is what I'm feeling about ICP. Looking the same as everything else. There's some levels. Let's see. 2,000 rows. I guess you guys are talking about the VPVR. Greetings from Pakistan, Frankie. Shout out to Super Chames. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in all the way from Pakistan. Shout out to our Pakistan viewers. Shout out to Steven Sansberry. He says, great show as usual. Any thoughts on Polygon Matic? We will check Matic out. Rob, add that one to the list. That is something I want to take a look at. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Midnight Mosswater, because why not? Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare. I love you, bro. Thank you for being here, man. Frankie, why ADA and Algo are not pumping like the rest of the altcoins? It's because ADA and Algo are trash. I'm just kidding. Don't kill me in the comments. I'm just joking. I actually would be like, I'm only saying that because that was just a joke. I love ADA. I love Algo. Why didn't they pump? Well, we'll take a look at them, and I'll try to find you some hints on the charts to whether they may have missed the pump or if they may have just been lagging behind. Shout out to Lucho. I see Lucho in the chat. Paper Hands Moonboy says, Frankie, can you look at AVAX? We'll try to add it to the list, my man. Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and check out Filecoin. Here we go. Shout out to whoever super chatted that, by the way. All right, ladies and gents, here we go. Here we go. Filecoin. Everyone wants to see Filecoin today. Well, if we come, let's come to the daily, guys. I just want to point out for the CandleMafia, pretty big volume gap here, wouldn't you say? Obviously, we do have some levels here. You got a little high volume node there, a little high volume node there. But however, really, you know, connect the highs right here, this high to this high, right? Big old gap in the middle. Bada bing. What happens when you circle these gaps? Flying to the upside or flying to the downside. So I will show this till I'm blue in the face every single stream because it is powerful. And anything I can do to try to make you guys more profitable, I will be doing. So Filecoin, taking a look at the daily time frame, massively overbought, looking very similar to a lot of these other things. Taking a look at the 4 hour, 4-hour VWAP is coming back to the upside. Obviously, we did get the green dot on Bitcoin already on the 4-hour, but the altcoins are lagging behind just a slight bit. Let's see. Sorry, I'm late, CandleMafia. Glad to catch second hour. Shout out to Biomex. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Now we can start the show. So starting off with Filecoin, guys. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Biomex. All right, taking a look here. On the 4-hour, lagging behind with that green dot. Your 2-hour, though, has already gotten a green dot and a VWAP flop. So, again, looking a little sideways here. Looking a little like we might get some consolidation here. So that 4-hour, how's the 4-hour green dot doing on Bitcoin? Yeah, not really giving us too much. But, yeah, looking out for those VWAP flops, guys. Those VWAP flops will get you. But looking for that 4-hour green dot for another push to the upside. Your 1-hour is printing a red dot. And basically, let's go ahead and pull some of these levels here. Go ahead and pull from this high all the way to the low, giving us that local golden pocket that we are rejecting from. Now, obviously, pretty clear here. A pretty important level to hold would be this high volume node that we have right here at about $4.36, $4.37, something like that, right here, this high volume node. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and draw this one as a box because, as you guys know, support and resistance is not just a line. More than likely, or more often than not, it is somewhat of a range. It's never really an exact level. But if we lose, I wouldn't even say that. Yeah, I would like to potentially, if we could hold here, we could potentially get a second push up. However, if we lose this level, I would be looking down towards that $3.80 level. And then zooming out some more here. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty strong, this level right here. But yeah, if we lose that, probably your next level is going to be in that $3.75 level. If you lose that, I would be looking a little further down. And at this point, you're starting to come pretty deep here. This could be another level to watch to the downside. So if we lose this level, I will be looking for a bounce here at 375. If we lose this level, we are probably going to enter that previous range that we were in down here. But, major level. This is likely going to be a strong level. It's a pretty high volume node. And if we do pull some local golden pockets, I bet you can get some confluence there with your probably going to be to this low. Yeah, you do have a local golden pocket right underneath that. So going to be a pretty, that $4.20, $4.35 level is going to be very, very strong. But other than that, guys, looking like some consolidation, nothing really screaming long or short here. Going to be consolidation and probably going to be waiting till tomorrow morning to get a decisive move in either direction to actually look for some good trade setups. Let's see. I'll swoop on some more file at $3. Let's go. That would be nice. Get back into this blue box. We'll call that the accumulation zone. I think I have 1 million of those in a wallet somewhere with my UFO gaming and smooth love potion coins somewhere. Well, now I got to go look. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hey, I will say this. I'll never forget. Back when I first started working with BitBoy Crypto and Hit Network, I will say I remember during the bull run, when you find like a $20 bill, sometimes it's a 20, sometimes it's a 5, sometimes it's a single. When you put all your clothes away for the winter and you break them back out in the next winter, and you find those dollars, it's like a little present. You're like, oh God, is this money? Oh, I just found money in my pocket. Nice. Well, I watched Ben find money in his jacket pocket, aka he was finding wallets that he had forgotten about with a lot of money in them. And he goes, oh, this is awesome. This is like finding $5 in my pocket during, when I take out my winter clothes. And I was like, that's $5 to you? Oh, boy. It was a lot of money, guys. And he was just like, oh, cool. A little extra, extra bag here, extra bag there. I'm not going to say how much they were, but I'll just say it was a lot more than $5. So pretty crazy. But you never know, Billy. You might find those wallets in 2025, and they might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it might be a good surprise. Shout out to Biomex. Says, really want to learn and level up trading skills. Premium Discord are a big help. Just starting over the weekend and getting my mind in the right headspace. Shout out to Biomex. Thank you so much for being here, man. And I assume you're talking about our premium Discord. Well, welcome. And hopefully you are getting the value you're looking for, as a lot of people are, guys. If you want to sign up to get into that premium Discord where I give you the trade setups and the key levels that I watch that I watch for and trade off of. Definitely go check the link in the description down below, and I'm sure the mods will link it here as well. Mr. Frankie, shout out to Biomex. Mr. Frankie, H-bar, please, ready to break 6 cents, question mark. Let's go ahead and check it. 20K first or 23K first? Somebody asks. I personally think that we'd probably see into the 20Ks first before getting move up to the 23K. But I'm prepared in either direction. If we get a rip up to that 23K level first, I'll be looking for shorts. If we get a move down to 20K first, I'll look to add to my long to 23K. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to William Carey. What is going on, man? He says, hey, Frankie. I say, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, bro? Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Biomex, man. Super exciting that you're taking it seriously, man. And yeah, patience is the key. And don't forget, when it gets hard and you learn a hard lesson, just learn from it and move on. Don't give up. That's the number one thing that kills all day traders is that they just give up. Just don't give up. It's frustrating. There's many times where I wanted to give up. Trust me. All right, let's take a look at woo. All right, here we go. I don't even know what this is. But let's take a look at the KuCoin chart. Well, it's pumping like everything else. Basically, guys, if you held any kind of crypto in the past week, you are up massively right now. Just think about the bull run. If you guys think you're up right now, just wait until the bull run. All right, here we go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Says, if you want to be covered in sauce, join the premium Discord. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for being in those Discords, man. And I thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you guys, I call it the kitchen, right? If you guys want to get into the kitchen and learn how to make the sauce, you can check out that premium Discord. And hey, we even should give you some recipes in that free Discord as well. So don't sleep on the free Discord. If you're not ready to drop the money on a premium product, guys, get in that free Discord. It's endlessly valuable. We got a bunch of great traders in there. Sniper's Nightmare's in there, sharing his awesome TA. I'm in there sharing my TA. It's a great, great free place to learn, guys. It's one of the things that I wish I went back. When I was first learning how to trade, if I could go back, first thing I would do is join as many free Discords as I possibly could. And with that being said, let's take a look at, let's go. All right, again, very, very similar thing here. Now, just by looking at the price action and the volume, guys, here, really what I'm seeing here, let's pull out our highlighter. We never use our highlighter. Right here, big volume gap, right? You got a pretty big volume gap right here, right? And then we have the high volume node right here, which is very, very similar to what we have on a lot of other stuff. It's right, right on a high volume node. So if we break up, not that much higher, I would say, if we could crack these highs, which is very similar to, the Bitcoin's 25K highs. If we could crack these levels here, go ahead and put a line. If we can come up, maybe we cool off, retest this high volume node as support and get a move up here. Crack into this low volume gap, could be a teleportation up to about 48 cents. And there you go. You could also kind of identify these guys. You don't need the volume profile necessarily, right? If you don't have the VPVR, you will have the fixed range volume profile, which is this tool right here where you can analyze a set area of candles. However, if you didn't want to use that, you could kind of just see here, guys. You can kind of just see. Big move down. If we crack those levels, it's probably going to be a big move up, right? To about 36, between 36 and 48 cents. But let's continue on here. Let's just do our analysis, and we'll get deeper into all that in a second. But taking a look here, red dot confirmed on your 10-hour, your 12-hour is printing. Not only. Now, you want to take this with a grain of salt, guys. There is a time where you can essentially, not too long ago, if you saw a bearish divergence at resistance, it was a pretty no-brainer trade. But you want to be a little bit more careful in a massive uptrend like this. However, with that being said, you do have massively higher highs, right? Massively higher highs. With your lower highs on your momentum waves, giving you that bearish divergence. And we will see, are we at an important level of resistance, going ahead to pull some local golden pockets. Boom, right? Are you guys seeing a trend here between a lot of these coins? A lot of them are testing their local golden pockets, and a lot of them are also floating right above or right below low volume gaps, right? And then like the real next major stop of resistance here, I mean, I would go ahead and argue that next major level is going to be, you know, probably in this range right about here, right? Probably going to be in this range somewhere, you know, somewhere in that range. So if we wind up, or when, right? What is going to happen in the micro? You know, the micro time frames, who knows? We could, like I said, does look very likely. If you come to the daily, this is also massively overbought. We'll dig into this in a second. Looks like you could have a bear div printing there on the daily, which would be pretty bearish. But you know, if we are able to, maybe we cool off. Maybe we cool off, come test this high volume node before continuing to the upside. Then we go and attack the local golden pocket, flip that, test the 786, flip it to support. This is very hypothetical, but if we do flip that 786 to support, what do you have, guys? Look at these candles. Look at this quick move down that we got right here. Quick move down correlating with this low volume gap up to this level right here, right? Up to this blue box. I'm going to go ahead and extend this blue box. Boom, right? If you continue and flip that 786, you could get a quick move into this blue box between about 38 and 54 cents. I know that's a wide range, but resistance will begin at about 38 cents, and then you could try to work your way up to that level right here at about 54 cents. And there you go, guys. Bada boom. Oh, Tony D. Shout out at Tony D. Thank you for your reply. I meant keeping only your trading money. I know that many people here use Bybit out of the U.S., I just want to know how to be safe while I do it. Shout out to Tony D. I guess Lewis is talking about Tony D answering a DM. Shout out to Louis. His name is Lewis. I like to call him Louis. Shout out to you, Louis. Happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. French Toaster says, Frankie Candles, how can I find bear divs without market cipher? Well. French Toaster, I'm glad you asked, because a lot of people say, Frankie, I don't have money to spend on any premium indicators. Listen, bro, I'm trying to get into trading. I have a job. I don't really have any extra money to spend on these indicators. And I say, well, if you watch any of my strategy videos or any of my indicator videos or any video at all where I show you anything trading related, I always give you guys a free alternative to using the strategy, right? Because you guys know I use Market Cipher. You guys know I use the BitLab the BitLab trading stack with the market intelligence, significant movement, hidden volume, and you know, our divergence indicator here. But you do not need paid indicators to find bearish divergences, which is a really good news for anyone who can't afford them, because bearish and bullish divergences are some of the most reliable trading signals you can get. And the simple answer is, one of the best ways to find it is, you know, you can use really any momentum indicator, but just go ahead and use your regular RSI, your free RSI on TradingView. Everybody has access to this, right? You get rid of Market Cipher, and you're looking for the same stuff, right? You're looking for the same stuff. Let me try to find one for you here. Here's your bearish divergence, right? So you have higher highs, and then instead of going for lower highs on your momentum waves, you're just going for lower highs on your RSI. Very simple. Just swap out what I'm doing on Market Cipher B. Just swap that out for your RSI, and it's the same thing. Same exact thing. Now, and again, like the premium indicators make things easier. It can show you, certain indicators can show you stuff that you can't see regularly. But like the BitLab market intelligence indicator just makes it easy, right? It just says you have a MACD, histogram, RSI, momentum, and OBV bearish divergence. It's also nice that it numbers them for you, letting you know kind of like, hey, if there's like 5 divergences here, it's going to be stronger than if there's just one, right? But you know, again, you could find these by looking at the MACD, by looking at the RSI, by looking at momentum. So, you know, this just, it makes it easier. It saves time. And, you know, when used in Confluence and stuff, it can be very powerful. But if you're not ready to spend money, or you simply don't have the money, you can still find this stuff on the charts, 100%. Now, looking at the daily, you do actually have lower highs on your momentum waves and higher highs on your price action into that key level of resistance right here, that golden pocket. So you may cool off. And again, with the VPVR, you know, a good place to pull back to would potentially be this high volume node right here. So it could pull back to this level here before getting a move to the upside. And if we pull our local golden pocket, see if we can get any confluence here. Come down to a lower time frame. Bada boom. There you go. Go ahead and zoom back in here. Come on, computer. You could do it. I got to upgrade this thing. This thing's been sleeping on me lately. Where's Tony D? Shout out to Tony D. We need a Tony D's like the computer master. He'll get this thing go. He'll turbocharge it. He'll throw a supercharger on it. I think it'll sound like a Hellcat. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. I know computers don't use superchargers. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so if you pull it from this low to this high on this local impulsive move, you do get a little bit of confluence there. So I would look for a pullback into this range at about 17K on Woo. All right, let's see. No shillbillies. No, where's XRP Shillbilly? Get him in the house. All right, let's see. Thanks, brother. French Toaster, no problem. I got you, bro. I've posted an alternative in the Discord. # resources. There you go. Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare, helping out the Candle Mafia. Let's go, Sniper. I appreciate you for doing that, bro. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and shout out to Crypto Shimpoto Shmo. Says bing bong with the bell emoji. I like that, bro. That's the new official way to write bing bong. Shout out to Crypto Shimpoto Shmopo. Shout out to you, bro. I know I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. Are we allowed to shill? Hey, listen, Jiren, you guys talk about whatever you want. I'm not here to enforce rules. Well, kinda. Oh, there, Tony D is in the chat. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Solana Short is printing money. Let's go. Shout out to that. Shout out to Drew. You always solid AF, fam. Let's go. Shout out to Michael Norris. Great show. You're the man. Please don't forget about Polygon. Let's take a look at Polygon now, and then we'll get back to that list. It's not Macket. It's Matic, for anybody who was curious. All right. Well, there we go, guys. Well, look at that, guys. You know, I always draw these. I was drawing this little bull pennant on a lot of these coins. On a lot of these coins on the live stream, right? Together with you guys. Now, I always say when I draw something like this, I always preface it like it's very hard to kind of just predict what price is going to do. However, if you look at price action long enough, guys, you can kind of figure stuff out. I almost said a bad word, yeah, guys, very hard for me to clean up my language here. You guys have to remember, I'm from New York, and you know, we curse like truckers out there. So being on YouTube, trying to stay family friendly is quite a challenge for me. I'm actually surprised I don't slip up more often, but we were looking at this as some potential bullish consolidation. When we zoom out, you can see it a little better. Looking like somewhat of a bull pennant here. Looking for that break to the upside. And you can see, even with our sloppy brush tool, drawing that bull pennant here, you can see we broke out, came for the bullish retest of that resistance level, flipped it to support, and then boom, we get the breakout. Just a shameless plug to our crystal ball TA here. I mean, who else could do this, guys? Who else could do this other than the Candle Mafia, where we're just drawing like, okay, it looks like it's gonna do this, boom, and then you come back and it just smacks. It smacks. We were looking at this probably on Friday, I would guess, on the 11th, so sometime last week. But anyway, enough of that, guys. What is Matic doing right now? Breaking on down to the daily. Shout out to anybody who remembers us drawing that. These people are probably like, yeah, dude, you probably drew that 5 minutes before the stream to brag. I don't brag, guys. I don't brag. We're wrong sometimes. We're wrong a lot. I'm just kidding. We're right way more than we're wrong. But you know, for anyone out there who is raised by a sailor, J-Lo, yeah. Let's see. I don't believe he swears. Hey, Magic Internet Money, what is going on, bro? What is going on? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for being here. We got to get a collab going, Magic Internet Money. Yeah, we definitely got to get a collab going. You got some seriously fire TA that the Candle Mafia needs to see. We got to get you on. Shout out at Tony D. At Tony D. That's me adding him in real life. This is a verbal at Tony D. Tag Tony D. Shout out to you, man. Tony D, that is. Shout out to Magic Internet Money, too, guys. Go check out Magic Internet Money. He's the man. Bitcoin does what it wants. Michael Norris, yes, absolutely. That is the truth. Okay, so here we go. Taking a look here at Matic. Now, what were we saying about Matic? I don't remember where our, can we pull up our, why do I have so many Matic charts here? This is, like, weird. I don't know why there's, where's our TA at? All right, we just got no TA on Matic. Weren't we looking at this the other day, guys? Just nothing? We don't have anything? Where's the KuCoin chart? We usually look at KuCoin. All right, well, anyway, we'll just start over here. Anyway, taking a look at the daily, red dot printing, looking very similar to Bitcoin. Money flow recently crossed over into the green. That is somewhat of a good sign as long as we can maintain above that. If that VWAP comes down and does not drag the money flow back into the red, that would be a bullish that would be a pretty bullish sign, in my opinion. Let's see, just watching the daily close and open at Crypto Billy, taking in some TA before an evening workout. Shout out to Magic Internet Money. Now I'm self-conscious. I haven't worked out in about a year. Since I started this channel, I have not worked out once. Actually, Worked out a few times, but it didn't last very long. Shout out to Matt. You're inspiring me to get back in that gym, though. Magic Internet Money. Shout out to you, man. Indiana Candle says, do soul for me, buddy. Looks like a cool off, but still want to go long while we are in this huge volume gap, waiting for a pullback. Shout out to Indiana Candles. We will take a look at Solana in just a second. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. Taking a look at some golden pockets. Not quite. All right, maybe we can just pull it from this high. Come on, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Boom, there we go. There it is. Okay, well, working our way up to that 786. Okay, so very similar to a lot of these other things, guys. We've gotten above this massive volume, this massive high volume node. And again, if we could hold above this, it would be pretty bullish in my opinion, because if we hold above this level, you know, we could wind up getting a move up to that $1.15 level right about here. You have another little spike in volume, but more likely could move up to this value area high at about $1.58. And again, just taking a look at the volume, come up, maybe you come back down, test this high volume node as support, catch support, and then, you know, not a massive gap, but you could see there is somewhat of a fall off in volume here. Somewhat of a fall off in volume. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm getting blown up here on my phone. Oh, okay. Boom. Okay. It's Tony D. It's Tony D and Crypto Billy. I think they're old messages, though. But anyway, yeah, so somewhat of a fall off in volume here, so I would look for a potential further break up, but if we do come down, look to retest that high volume node and potentially get a second leg to the upside. Money flow on the daily, again, looking pretty good. In the shorter term, let's go ahead and take a look. Looking at that 4-hour, money flow looks good. The 4-hour money flow looks good on almost everything, guys. You know, likely that we would cool off a bit, but not impossible to cool off here, but that money flow does look good. Even if we do cool off, we could continue a little bit higher, and now you guys have some levels to look at. Again, in a very similar situation as a lot of these other things, with a bit of a gap, with us sitting right at this gap with a potential move up to that $1.56 level. So there you go, guys. That's kind of how I'm feeling on Matic. Looking very similar to a lot of these other things, but there are some levels for you guys to watch to the downside and the upside. Let's see. I bought Solana and will watch. Shout out to Leroy. Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana right now. Yeah, I'm wrecked on my Solana, guys. I'll be honest, right? We were just talking about I lose too, guys. I lose too. Looks like Bitcoin's pushing up a bit. Long's doing well. But I did start to DCA into Solana a little bit because I know everybody, it's the VC coin. It's the VC coin. Well, hey, if it's going to pump, I'm going to try to exploit that and make a little bit of money off of it. I just see it as a financial opportunity, even if it is a VC coin. But I did DCA in the month prior to the FTX collapse, and I am now down, or I was down about 75, 80% on that, and now probably a little less, but still massively underwater on that Solana DCA. So yeah, yeah, definitely not the best look on my Solana DCA. But hey, guys, listen, you win some, you lose some. You can't win them all. But anyway, yeah, looking at Solana. All right. Just double. Okay, yeah, I see the Tony D and the Crypto Billy text messages. I got to look at them because they might be like, hey, there's something in the background, or hey, we can't see you, or your stream just went down, or something like that. The bottom is in. Shout out to Diamond D. He says the bottom is in. We're taking a look at Gala and Algo next, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you have not already. Shout out to the 823 people we got in there. We only have less than 500 likes to make it to that $1,000 like. That 1,000 like goal. If we get 1,000 likes, guys, I will spin that wheel 20 times. I will spin that wheel 20 times where we're going to be giving away tons of stuff. I'm not going to go over it again. We're giving away a bunch of stuff. I'll give away this used candle that is still somehow lit. There's like literally no wax left in here. But hey, here at the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, our candle never goes out. Anyway, taking a look at Solana. Woo, baby, guys. Listen. Well, hey, there we go. Bullish consolidation here as well, guys. So when you see that bullish consolidation, it likely breaks to the upside. We got it again right here. Another break to the upside. Somewhat happening here. Somewhat of an ascending triangle here. Could break up again. But Obviously very speculative. But zoom out here, zoom out. We are coming up to this high volume node, but again, guys, just zooming out here on the 4 hour, not as massive, but we are sticking to this high volume node. What is above us? Grabbing that highlighter tool one more time. What is above us? Right here. Basically nothing, right? Even all the way up to here. Not much above us right here, guys. Not much above us. So if we wind up breaking into this gap, we could see price start to get moving pretty quickly up to hop on top of here, test that level as support. Whoops. Boom. Test that level as support. Rip. Probably pretty quick move up to about 28.5. And then, whoops. And then another quick move. Basically, I'm basically looking for a move to come up and test this level here between about $30 and about between $30 and $33. If we could get up and flip this level and get another move to the upside, we will likely break through that low volume gap and get that quick move up to this level here. So that's kind of what it's looking like there on Solana. Pretty basic money flow, thick in the red. VWAP coming back to the upside. Your 8 hour VWAP coming up, 4 hour. Yeah, see, I'd be careful right now, guys, because listen, granted, if we do break this level and flip that to support, we could get that quick move up, right? Could get that quick move up. I'm going to get rid of this. Could get that quick move up through the volume gap to this blue box. However, we are up against pretty serious resistance on a lot of these coins. So it wouldn't be impossible to get a move to the downside from here. And with that being said, you see the VWAP flop. You got the green dot, flipped right back to a red dot. So going to be watching this pretty closely here. Taking a look at some levels. Let's go ahead and pull a local. I'm going to pull it from this little scam right here. There it is. Boom. Come on. Boom. Okay. So, again, testing a local golden, that 786 does come in, at about $28. And then, if we can get past there, that $33 mark would be likely to get hit. But again, pretty strong level here. Pretty strong level here. So I'd be careful of a cool off. Taking a look at your 2 hour. Yeah, 2 hour looking to print a red dot here pretty soon. Your 1 hour is printing a red dot. So, probably looking, somewhat sideways bearish. Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, it's also looking ascending triangle-y. So, guys, you will know this. We used to talk about this a lot when I first started the channel, right? Typically, when you have an ascending triangle, or basically when you have price getting rejected from a flat level of resistance like this, right? Just continually getting rejected off a flat level of resistance, but your lows are making higher lows like this, chances are that you are more likely to squeeze to the upside than the downside, right? So this will break up more than it breaks down. So you have a flat level of resistance with those higher lows. It is more likely to squeeze to the upside. That does not mean you can't break down, though. So be careful. But this technically would break to the upside more often than not. And now if we do, those levels to watch next. That 786 at about $28, and then that blue box between about $30 and $33 for Solana. But again, watch for that short-term cool-off. Watch for that short-term cool-off because you got the 4 hour red dot printing. Money flow is starting to come out on that 12 minute. You could see that by just connecting a trend line. Bada boom, just coming straight out. Momentum also starting to come out here a little bit as well. Checking the BitLab indicators. Yeah, just kind of bing-bonging around there on the 12-minute. Your 15-minute bing-bonging around. Taking a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, unshaded waves indicate sideways movement. So, yeah, I would keep an eye on those higher lows here for a potential break up. But again, even if we do get that break up, I would expect that to be a short-term break to the upside before a cool-off. I am expecting to cool off for the most part here, guys. And if we don't cool off, I'm really just expecting one last push up before a cool-off. All right, let's see. I bought Solana at $40 thinking it was a deal. Shout out to Jessica. Listen, Jessica, nobody can really blame you for thinking that. There's no way you could have seen this FTX stuff coming unless you were really investigating it. So just, yeah, win some, lose some. Shout out to Hope. But yeah, listen, no one can hate on you for thinking that $40 was a good buy for Solana. It seemed like a good buy. 622 likes. Guys, so close to that 1K like level. Let's get there. Let's get there. I think we could do it. I think the CandleMafia could do it today. I'm feeling the juice. I'm feeling the juice. I'm feeling the sauce. I'm feeling the Aztecian cactus moss. Let's go. Got to wash it down with some water. I need crow at 9 cents. Oh, our candle's going out, guys. Our candle's going out. I can smell it. All right. I got into soul. Shout out to Chemistry Bro in the chat. Tyler Durden, what is going on? Time for them spins. Look at that, guys. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, we'll take a look at one more coin. Shout out to Tyler. Thank you for keeping me on point here. Let's go ahead and find Rob's list. Gala and Algo. Let's take a look at Gala and Algo. Okay, taking a look at Gala real quick here. Oh, look at that, guys. We came right up to that POC and got a nice little rejection. Came down, barely rejected that local golden. I believe that's a golden pocket. Here we go. Look at that. 1 hour bear div brought us down. Whew, baby. I'm going to start watching these live streams myself because sometimes I got to go back and, sometimes I go back and, listen, guys, I look at the charts almost 24 hours a day. Now, and sometimes it's hard to remember what I looked at, what levels were where the levels were on what, and all this other stuff. But sometimes I go back and I see setups that I know we were talking about. Like right here, we were obviously talking about this bearish divergence that was forming at your key level of resistance. Bang, you come down. Beautiful little setup there that I accidentally 29% move on the 1 hour. How is that? Oh, baby, we missed it. That was, this was kind of a while ago, wasn't it? Or when was this? This was the 9th. This was oh, God, what a nice little move. Money to be made here on these little moves, guys. Yeah, and then boom, rejection off this level. But anyway, that's enough reminiscing. Gala with a massive move, guys. Look at this. Really, really nice. And volume profiles. What is, guys, we come down, right? This is not rocket science, guys. Comes down, boom, value area low. Oh, we reclaim the value area low. Where do we go once we reclaim that value area low and hold it as support? Bing bong, right to the POC. Now, this one aggressively came to the POC. It's not always that clean. But we know once you hold support on that value area low, it's likely you come to the POC, right? And then if you reject the POC and you can't, now, just because we got to bounce off of the POC does not mean we can't break it. But, we could easily bullishly consolidate here. Maybe you do something like this, or maybe you flag out to the downside and you get a bull flag, something like that. Either way, you could bullishly consolidate and then crack that POC, bullishly retest. And if that happens, where is your next likely stop? Once you flip your POC to support, it's the value area high. You see how accurate. We check on these every single day, and hopefully you guys see how accurate they are. Now, we weren't following Gala, super, super closely, but if we were, when we were holding support at that value area low, the words out of my mouth would be like, guys, we're holding above this with daily candles, 4-hour candles, 5-hour candles. It looks like we decisively have been holding support above this level. If this continues, our next likely stop is that POC. And then what happens? You come up, you tap the POC, and you get a rejection, right? And now you're looking to potentially break that POC. Once you hold it for support, you're going to look to get the move to the value area high. Now, I will say this. When you're down here, it's easy to confidently see this in hindsight, right? When you're down here and the past few months, all you've seen was movement to the downside, it's hard to bet your money that you'll hold this area and move back up to the POC. But if you just take your emotions out of it, take your mind, take your inner voice out of it, and trust the information, the facts on the chart, trust the numbers, trust the math, trust the TA, trust the levels, set your stop loss. Like you wouldn't even, if you're trading the right way, you wouldn't even risk getting wrecked, right? Because you would have your stop loss below probably that swing low, and you'd be targeting that POC. You'd have a great risk to reward ratio of 13, right? And you'd get stopped out for a small loss or get a massive, massive gain. Now, this is on the daily time frame. So these percentages are massive, right? This is 180% with a possible loss of 13%. So this is on the daily, massive percentages. However, this is how you can get these massive moves, guys. If you know you're at a value area low and you're holding support and you get a big bullish divergence on the daily, right? Like I'm just finding more confluence as we're looking at the charts. I just, now you can see here, right? You had a bull div on the daily as well. So it's not like you were just blindly trusting that support level. You were blindly trusting the support level with the bull div and the fact that you were at the range low, you knew, and holding above this level of the value area low. You're expecting that move up to the POC, and you got it perfectly. All right, so there you guys go. That's kind of what I'm thinking on Gala. Again, looking for some potential consolidation here. If we do correct, I'd look to potentially come down and test these levels between about 0.037 cents and about 0.035 cents. If we can come down there, hold it as support, I'd look to come attack this POC again and then hopefully get above it and hopefully get a move back up to our value area high. Okay, time for them spins. Okay, exactly, yes. Shout out to Connor Anderson. Good information. Thanks for the stream. Shout out to FedCoin. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Nice sauce. Shout out to G-Life. And don't mess with the bull. That's what I said. When you got the bulls just stabbing their horns into stuff and just rearing their heads, flinging the bears across the room, just let them do their thing. Like, okay, you open the door, you see the bears just getting murdered by the bulls, and just shut the door. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll be back for my shorts. Don't hurt me. Okay, have your fun. I'll come back when you guys are exhausted. All right, guys. With that being said, I think that's all the time we got for those altcoins. I think it is time to spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. We did not get to that 1,000 like mark, but if we do a mass liking, I think we could get it to at least 800. And so get your fingers, get your mice, put it right over. Where's Gary Ginsler? Let's go. Shout out to Gary. Get your finger, hover it right over that like button. Grab your mouse, hover it right over that like button. And today, we're going to go ahead and flick that like button. Give it a nice little flick, a gentle flick, a sensual flick, if you will. Not a violent flick, like a little sensual, like, boop, like a little teasing flick. On the count of 3, we're going to hit that like button. 1, 2, 3. Smash that like button. 2 people hit the like button. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That was the whole point of this. Get those 2 likes. Hopefully we can, let's see if it jumps up really quick. We got 660. Now we're at 667. Let's see. I'm keeping my soul. Let's go, Jessica. I'm keeping mine too. I really don't have a choice though. I'm like at a 90% loss at this point. So I really don't have I don't really have a chance to get my money back there. LFG, bang bang, bing bang. Shout out to Michael Norris. Throw them up, throw them up, throw them up the candle emojis, guys. Guys, I am working on a piece of merch. I don't think it's going to be in the merch store, but I'm working on some pretty cool stuff, and if we could get this done, oh, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be so glorious. Let's go. Shout out. There we go. Almost 700 likes, guys. Let's go. Smash that like button while we're getting ready to spin this wheel of pain and pleasure, where we have all kinds of good stuff. We got giveaways. Nope. Giveaway. Nope. Book. Boom. Bing. Bang. Bing. Also, guys, we gave away a lifetime pass to the BitLab Academy on Friday. We were giving away a ton of stuff on Friday. Let's see. All right, let's see. We'll take a look at Algorand right after we spin that wheel. I know we said we'd look at it, so I will take a look at it. Dang, you guys don't forget. What's a good computer monitor? Well, I'll say if you are a live streamer and you do TA on live, I would say don't get an AOC ultra-wide 2.5K monitor that I have because I use it in 1080p. I literally have an ultra-wide monitor, and I recrop it to 1080p. So I might as well be looking at a 27-inch monitor because no one can see my levels if I use the widescreen because it makes the text so small. But I will say this, if you don't live stream your TA, I highly recommend getting an ultra-wide monitor. It makes TA and it makes the chart so much better to look at. It's a game changer. But I do it in 1080p like normal. It was a waste for me because I didn't realize it was going to make the text so small, so I switch back and forth sometimes. But honestly, it's so obnoxious that sometimes I just wind up getting off stream and leaving it in 1080p. Unless I'm like go to play a game, but I haven't really been playing any games lately. So, bro, I think we have the same monitor. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. Let's go. Same monitor. Hey, that must mean you're we got fire TA too. Don't sleep on the TA, boys. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. We got 716 likes. We will go ahead and spin that wheel 7 times. Let's get it. Smash that like button. If we get 800 likes before the end of the stream, I will spin the wheel 10 times tomorrow. All right, let's go. And I mean by the time I go off camera, not by the time the stream actually ends. There we go. Give them a book. I don't know how many more books we have to give away, so mods, please stop me if I'm giving away books we don't have. Is it a Frankie Candle's real candle? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Take the book off the wheel for this week. We already have 9 to give away from last week. Okay, we'll add one more. And then I'll take it away now. So we'll take it away for now. Boom. We've given away a ton of books. But I think we will give away more. Hey, Mama Candle's in the chat. Hi, Mom. Bing bong. What's up, Ma? Thank you for being here, guys. My mother's in the chat. The originator of the original Frankie Candle sauce. She showed me how to make it, guys. I wasn't born with the sauce. My mom showed me how to make it. All right. Shout out to my mom. Show my mom some love in chat, guys. Let's see. Did I win yet? Lol. Thanks for all you do, Frankie. Rockstar Cola Gomez. No problem, bro. You do not have to thank me. I am blessed to be in the position I am in. I love waking up every single day and helping you guys. It's literally a dream. Sometimes I really do. You know, I talk to Mrs. Candles sometimes, and I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I have to pinch myself. Give them a giveaway, baby. Let's go. Give them some crypto bags. Are already getting stuffed today. Let's go. But yeah, sometimes I feel like I have to pinch myself. This is so cool. I just get to wake up and do TA all day. This is lit. I just get to trade all day. It's amazing. And on top of that, I get to hang out with the coolest community in crypto, the CandleMafia. Let me get some indicators, Frankie. Come on. Shout out to Hodgepodge. Shout out to Hodgepodge. Crypto Billy. +1 Mama Candles. Let's go. Mama Candles, the real one. Bing bong. Let's go. You guys are lit. All right. Here we go. Spin them again. What are we up to here? 3 spins. We got 4 more spins. Let's get it, baby. Hey, Mom. Shout out to Tone. Let's see. Oh, my God, guys. My message. Hey, give him another giveaway. My message never sent in the chat, guys. I said LFG at Jiren because I think Jiren said it's time. And then I said LFG at Jiren, it's time. Shout out to Bruce Buffer. But it never sent. I never hit send, apparently, so I'll send something else. Hi, Mom. Anyway, here we go. Spin number 4. Let's get it. We do have the best community for real. We really do. It's not a joke. It's crazy. It's give them another giveaway. That's why I just give stuff away to you guys. There's a reason there's 3 giveaways on this wheel and only 2 nopes. It's because you guys deserve giveaways. You guys deserve, you guys show up every day. You guys show up, right? And you're going to get rewarded in the bull market. Trust me. But you guys deserve to get some bags. You know what I'm saying? How's it going, Frankie? Shout out to HCACW. I don't even know how to say that name. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for being here. What do we got? That was 7 spins. I'll give you guys 1 more for good luck at 730 likes. Let's get it. I almost won Friday. Tone, super close to winning. Let's go. Thank you, Frankie. Talk about XTP. Is that Tap? I think that's Tap. Shout out to Tap. Let's see. It's fun. Shout out to you guys. Anyone else having problems with KuCoin stop losses disappearing? Yikes. That is a problem you don't want to have. I have not experienced that problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 giveaways and a book for the mods. Thank you guys for everything you do. I'm heading out. Love you, Frankie. Shout out to A-Train. I love you back, bro. And as promised, guys, I am not going to run off just yet. I told you guys that we were going to look at Algo. So let's go ahead and look at Algo real quick before I head out. Taking a look at Algo USD calculated by TradingView. I don't know why I said that, to be honest with you, but I don't want to look at that chart. I do want to look at Binance Tether US. Take a look here. All right. Bada boom. Algo with a nice little ripper. Yeah, red dot looking similar to Bitcoin on the daily 4-hour. Looking for the green dot on the 4-hour. Let's go ahead and pull some local Goldens. Okay. Not really any, not coming up to any golden pockets. Let's see. Let's see if we could pull some, let's just pull some funky volume here. Let's pull some funky volume. Let's pull it all the way from here to there. Boom. All right. Well, that actually kind of works. God, how do we not have a local golden pocket here? I am shocked by that. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, nothing. Well, if you look at this golden pot, this local golden pocket right about here, we are above that 786. So if we do get a second push up, I'll tell you what, I would be looking at this level here at about 24, almost 25 cents, which is our value area high, just before 25 cents. But we're going to have to get above that point of control first. So if that 4-hour green dot gives us a slight move to the upside, I would look to fight this level at about 24 cents, potential move to 25 cents, bang. Bang. Potential bearish divergence on the 4-hour to print if we get the momentum wave to come back up like that. So I would look, if we do get that 4-hour green dot, I would look for a potential second push up into these 2 levels where I would be looking for some shorts. And then I do just want to pull up that VPVR really quick to see where the volume is at. And yeah, this is not as clean. This does look a little bit different as than a lot of other things. However, we are kind of fighting this high volume node. On a lot of these other coins, we're above this high volume node. So if Algorand pushes up and flips that high volume node to support, that is where There you go. That is where you do actually have a little bit of a gap up to this high volume node at about 30 cents. Now, this is obviously a bit away, but if we could get past this high volume node and flip this level in general to support like that, that's where you could see a move up to that 30-cent level. So there you go. Little quick and dirty there on algo, but I didn't want to leave you guys. Oh wait, was my screen not showing that whole time? I think it was. Hopefully it was. I think it was. But I didn't want to leave you guys completely hanging on algo. So there are some levels on Algorand and just my basic thoughts on it. Super quick. Just didn't want to leave you guys hanging. And with all that being said, guys, that is all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, drop a hashtag value in chat on your way out. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. You guys are not just a number. You guys are this YouTube channel. I'm just the guy on the camera. Shout out to the Frankie Candles Haikanashi hats. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you all for tuning in. That's all I got for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you guys potentially. If something exciting happens, I will see you guys in the Discord tonight. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go follow around the blockchain, and I'm going to drop you guys right into the Hit Network stream, which I don't know what they're playing there. So you guys are going to have to find out for me. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
On behalf of the Candle Mafia, the boss, the underbosses, and the entire Candle Mafia, we retire the Better Homes and Gardens Salted Coconut Mahogany Candle. Thank you for your service. You will not be forgotten. We are now retiring this candle. Bing bong. Are we? Oh, I don't talk to my candles, guys. I don't talk to my candles, guys. I swear I don't talk to my candles. I do not talk to my candles. I swear. Hang on. My mom just texted me, guys. my mom just texted me bing bong. It's amazing. It's amazing. I hope I'm not revealing any secret information. My mom just literally sent me bing bong. That is a real thing. That's a real thing. My mom just said my mom just texted me bing bong. My life is complete. I'll see the Candle Mafia tomorrow. I love you guys. Hey, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 38K. Let's go. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.